Hey there guys, Ron 9mm here, and today we're talking about the Swampfox Blade. So welcome to the new and improved Fortress of Solitude here in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. New background, new t-shirt. Going to talk about a new company. Born on the 4th of July 2018 in Colorado, Swampfox is a precision optics manufacturer. Let's talk about what they've done. So far they've got the Arrowhead, Kingslayer, Liberator, Tomahawk, Warhawk, Kentucky, Patriot. I'm sensing a pattern here, aren't you? And the Blade, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Swampfox have designed the Blade to be a 1x prism scope designed for home defense and law enforcement. It features an etched reticle, which means that it shows up black even with no battery or if your battery is run out. And it's available in two varieties, red illumination and green illumination. It's got 10 brightness settings, 8 regular and 2 night vision compatible. It's got shake and wake, so it's just pick it up and go. It's going to turn on as soon as it senses motion, so there's no on-off to fumble with. The lens diameter is pretty broad at 25mm, and it's got 3.8 inches of eye relief, which is pretty generous. The lenses are fully multi-coated. They are anti-fog, anti-scratch, hydrophobic, and they even have an astigmatism adjustment. The windage and elevation are in 0.5 MOA adjustments, and they click. I really like that. But the big thing about the Blade, the huge thing, the thing that caught my attention, is the revolutionary bullet rise compensating reticle. Because unlike other scopes where you have to sight in at a set distance and then anything closer to that, you have to aim a little higher, this one has calibration marks for 5, 10, and 15 yards. Let's have a look in the box. The first thing you notice is the packaging is really nice. It doesn't look cheap. But what's in here? Okay, so the first thing is a little insert telling you how to get hold of their tech support department in case you have trouble setting it up. Instruction manual in full color, very nice. Lens cloth, very helpful. Silica gel, don't eat that. And there it is. Okay, I knew this thing was 13 ounces, but when you pick it up, it feels heavy. This really feels like a quality item. Really nice logos there. Elevation and windage turrets. The covers have a retaining cable. Flip-top dust covers. Right, let's have a look at that reticle. I realize it's hard to see on camera, but that is really nice. I'm going to take this cap off so we can have a look at the brightness adjustment. Just going to turn it down. That's all the way. So there's our night vision compatible, and then coming up, that's going to be super bright for now, but that's for bright sunlight. I can't express enough how good this feels in the hand. It feels like a really solid, well-made piece of kit. The adjustment ring is really nice and tight and feels very precise, like it'll hold its position well. Making elevation and windage adjustments should be pretty easy with the half MOA adjustment. Now it is subtle, but it is there. I can feel and hear those clicks. Nice. Now if I don't have my screwdriver with me, I can just flip this cap and use that ridge to make adjustments. Let's see how that works. Yep, that's perfect. Super easy. Just to be tidy, I'm going to put that back on. And that fits nice and snug. I can just feel it cinching up on the O-ring there. Let's flip this over and have a look at the mounting hardware. Those are 1/2 inch nuts. Speaking of mounting, let's find something to mount it on. I've got with me my Sig Sauer MPX PCC Gen 2 competition model. As always, before you start working on your firearm, you just want to make sure that it's not loaded. I'm going to check there is no magazine in here, and just rack that a few times just to make sure that there is nothing in the chamber. Now that we've done that, let's mount the blade. I'm currently using this HoloSun HE510C-GR Elite, but let's pop that off. Right, I'm just going to loosen these off quite a bit just so we can pop this on easily, and I'm just going to eyeball this and put this on in roughly the same position as the previous optic. Just spin those up. Just going to do them thumb tight for now. Now that that's on there, let's have a look. Okay, the first thing I notice is that the reticle is really crisp and that glass is really, really clear. Notice that when I just shoulder the weapon and bring that up, that is just fitting right into my line of sight. I'm not having to kind of like scooch my head down to find that reticle at all. So looking through that, I can see my hold points. The top of the trident is my 50 yards. Bottom of the trident is my 15, the circle is my 10, and what I'm going to call the caret is my 5-yard hold. And so what I'm just doing is, as my target is closer and closer, I'm just raising that up just to overlay that reticle onto the target at that distance. You know, I can't wait to get this down to the range and shoot some rounds. So the other stuff in the box, we have this rather snazzy custom multi-tool, which has a couple of Torx heads and a couple of blades for adjusting your sights for windage and elevation. Although the Torx are not used on this particular optic, Swampfox makes other optics that they will be used for. And finally, we have this sunshade. What I'm going to do is just pop off the dust cover and unscrew the existing ring and put the sunshade on. That's nice and snug. So you can see that honeycomb effect is just going to cut down any glare if we're shooting directly into the sun. So having a look with that sunshade in place, I mean, yeah, it's noticeable, but it's not that distracting. It's just kind of a case of looking through it as opposed to focusing on it. So that's been the unboxing of the Swampfox Blade. Next thing I'm going to do is just put it straight back in its box while I wait for my local gun club to reopen. But I can give you my initial impressions of the blade. This is clearly a really well thought out, precisely engineered and well built piece of equipment. Everything just feels quality. All the moving parts move precisely and smoothly, and I've got a lot of confidence that nothing's going to move without me moving it. I really want to see how this bullet rise compensation reticle works for USPSA. I mean, the benefit of being able to go 5-yard target, that's the caret, 10-yard target, that's the dot, 15-yard target, that's the bottom of the trident. That is going to be brilliant for me in my competition. Well, that's the show. The only thing that remains is a couple of moments of blatant self-promotion followed by a catchphrase. If you've enjoyed the show, give it a like. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Now that you're subscribed, please ring the bell. That way you're always going to be informed when my latest content comes out. And finally, as a wise man once said, you can't miss fast enough to win. Take care.
Cool.